Yo, Whiskey Sick Podcast. I guess is this like the rebrand? Is this now episode 2? Even though I think it's like 150 something officially after a 3-year hiatus. Your boy is back and we streaking. We streaking like Frank the Tank 2 weeks in a row after a 3-year absence. Your boy is back. This episode is brought to you by Gushmints, Indica Dominant Gushmints. Your boy, listen, if you ain't stoned up Willie, I don't know how the fuck you've gotten through the last couple days. It's been wild. Did I cuss in the first 15 seconds of this? I wasn't even paying attention. I gotta start over again. I'm supposed to at least not cuss for the first 15 seconds. I tried it in the pilot episode and I made it literally to 13 seconds before I said the S word. Shit, I think I'm beyond 15 now, so I think I'm a little safe. Your boy getting all, I'm just fucking myself in the rhythm, in the algorithm, man. I'm just doing everything I can to only get 4 views a video, but that's cool. 4 is better than no views. Yeah, 2 of them were my own views. I boosted it up a little bit. I had to boost the numbers up. Couldn't go out with just 2, homie. Yeah, the other one was my little daughter playing around on the iPad. Okay, I couldn't just go out. I had to give myself a little. I got 1 view, homie. I got 1 view, but maybe one day we'll look back on my 1 view ass videos and and we'll reminisce. We'll reminisce, and maybe for the first time, 10 years from now, you guys will watch these episodes. But listen, we got this is gonna be a class. Listen, welcome to the jankiest fucking podcast ever. I'm still in my kids' old nursery room over here. Lighting is terrible. I got the windows open, trying, a little bit to get something. Listen, I know it's dark. It's like, this looks like Schmiegel's, cavern or cave, wherever the fuck he's in that I'm recording in. I know. Listen, we can only go up from here. If you start too high, you can only go down. So if you start from rock effing bottom, you can only go up from here. So, I'm setting the bar low at first, so I can just step over that bitch, and we'll work from there. We'll see what we get to. This is gonna be a clusterfuck episode, just like the last one. We're gonna go from UFC Noche, banging ass main event. Break down that card real quick. I'm gonna try to be quick on that shit. We're gonna give you all the picks. This is a tough pick 'em. The following 2 weeks from now, though, is an even tougher pick 'em. But we'll get into that. I'm always a week ahead, because I write about these fights. I write about them for Line Star app. Go check them out. LineStarApp.com. Fantasy sports. If you love playing fantasy, they got the algorithm, homie. They got it all set up for you. And not just UFC, but they got NFL, MLB, NHL, NASCAR, golf, however you want to get down. They got all that. So I write for them. So I'm a week ahead. I'm already, and there's no fight next week. So the week after that, I forget the main event. It's a banger, though. We got some banger-ass main events coming. So I'm already watching the videos and stuff for that one. So I'm, So we're going to get into the UFC Noche card. Remember, last year was at the Sphere. That shit was dope, actually. I wanted to hate. I came out with my fucking player haters. All the way. Oh, by the way, shout out to Palestine. Free Palestine. From the river to the motherfucking sea, homies. That's how we been riding. We ain't some Johnny come latelys. That's how we been riding. That's how we always gonna ride. We gonna get into all that, because after UFC Noche, some of y'all might want to just click this bitch off. I'll try to maybe clip it. I'll start figuring out how to clip shit, and I'll make the fight shit its own clip. So if you don't want to get into the ticks, if you don't want to get into the I'm gonna slap the shit out of you motherfuckers with some real shit. We're gonna get into some deep talks. We're gonna talk about the Charlie Kirk shit. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna make sure that you guys don't get distracted, so you don't get ran astray. Because there's a lot of bullshit going on, but it's the same pattern over and over again. Once you see the pattern and you break free from the fucking matrix, you can't unsee it. And once you break free, you can come join your boy, and we can fight against all this nonsense that's going on, all this crazy shit that's going on. But we'll get into that in a minute. Let's start with UFC Noche. I ended up What? Come on, man. Block my own damn face. This is some amateur hour shit. Listen, go float on top right here. That's how we do it. You guys seeing how the sausage is made? You know, you seeing how it's made. I think I'm good now. Right here. Yeah. Maybe I should make this a little smaller. I'm over here. I want you to see my look at fucking looking crispy. I shaved today. Last week, I don't know. I know none of y'all caught the pilot episode last week, but I look like Joe Buttons. I had like a beard going and I looked like Joe Buttons. It was fucking Joe Budden. Joe Budden. He's not plural. There's not multiple plurals. It's not like Miles Johns. You know that fighter. There's 2 Miles, 2 Johns. It'd be 2 plural names. That's some diabolical work. But anyways, here we are. Diego Lopez versus Jean Silva. Let's start from the bottom. Started from the bottom. Now we hear Rodrigo Senzanando versus Daniil Danchenko. Don't know much about these guys. These guys were on the Ultimate Fighter. I know that much. I think this is the welterweight finals right here from the Ultimate Fighter. I caught a little bit of this. I don't catch the Ultimate. Now listen, if you guys aren't watching the Contender Series on Tuesdays, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. The first episode was kind of, the first week was kind of weak. But listen, the last 2 weeks for sure have been bonkers. I mean, I think there were 5 KOs last week on this past Tuesday. Motherfucker, let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. I mean, it was crazy. People were getting knocked the fuck. I was going to drop some shit. Too soon. I was going to say people were dropping like, take that where you're going to go with it. I'm going to keep that one, keep it moving. Too soon. Seth Gecko, you wild for that. Rodrigo Senzanado, this guy's like a big, from what I saw of him, he looks like a jiu-jitsu guy. He reminds me of like one of those big heavyweight guys, Nascimento. Rodrigo Nascimento. You know who I'm talking about? Is his name Rodrigo? Something Nascimento, like one of those big heavyweight jiu-jitsu guys. They got the big overhands. They got the power double maybe, and that's about it. They got about 5 minutes of fiery fury in them before they're, gassed out. Rodrigo Senzanado looks like that. He doesn't look like too much of a killer once he gets to top control. He doesn't really have, the chain wrestling or anything like that. He's basically got some, jiu-jitsu takedowns. He's gonna shoot a double on you if you can't get it, and he gets assed out on his feet. He's gonna struggle. Striking ain't great. But he can hold you down. I saw his semifinal fight. He basically just did that. He got the fight to the mat and he ran through top control. He maintained top control for the better part of 3 rounds and he won the fight. This dude Daniil Danchenko from Ukraine. You gotta be a hard ass motherfucker to be from Ukraine. Now I don't know what kind of Ukrainian this guy is. If he's like the Russian type, like Krylov. Nikita Krylov, who doesn't support the fucking Nazi regime in Ukraine, the Azov battalion led Nazi Zelensky led Ukrainian. I don't know if he's that kind of U.S. NATO imperialist cheerleader type of Ukrainian. Or if he's a based Ukrainian. I don't know. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I guess it doesn't really matter which one he is. But he's here. He's from Kyiv. So, listen. These guys make good fighters. Ukrainians make good fighters. Lomachenko, my favorite boxer, just retired. I love me some Lomachenko. Ukrainian, So I still got love for the Ukrainians. Sucks what you're letting the U.S. and the Western world do to you, but hopefully one day you'll wake up and we can move on from all this nonsense. But this guy, listen, I saw him. This guy looks like the guy who's gonna go out and at least try to win the fight. He looks decent on his feet, pretty aggressive, more technical striker. I don't know much about his. I think he's got a couple takedowns in his back pocket. I don't know anything about his back game though. I don't know if he's got that. If he can scramble to his feet, or if he's, gonna look like Rob Font, we're gonna be talking about. If he's gonna look like Rob Font busting out the old fucking rigor mortis guard, and can't get back to his feet to save his life. If this guy had to say, we'll get to Rob Font. I'm coming to you. But Daniil Jonchenko, I think this guy has a better chance of at least going out there and trying to fight and win the fight. I think Sanzanato more wants to just control the fight and get the dub. Give me Donchenko. I think it'll go to decision maybe. If there's a finish, I think Donchenko will be the likely winner if there's a finish in this. So let's get Bovada up here real quick. Let's get these odds up. Let's see this pop. Where we going? I know my way around. I know my way around Bovada. This is my shit over here. Let's go. So Rodrigo Sanzanato is the plus 178. You got minus 215 for Neil Donchenko. I hadn't even checked the odds on this one. Yeah, that makes sense. Donchenko looks like the guy who will actually try to fight and win the fight. So give me Donchenko. Give me a decision. Who else we got? We got Montserrat Rendon versus Alice Pereira. Is this Alex Pereira's sister? Is this Alex Pereira's sister? I believe it is. Alice. Yeah. Let's see. She's the youngest woman to in UFC history to compete for the promotion. Pereira grew up in Bahia before signing. Key facts. I'm going to say that this is... Here we go. Oh, no, this is a different Pereira. It's the reason I wonder because Alex Pereira has a sister who's a kickboxer. I believe she's in Glory also, and she's a fucking ass kicker. And I would assume that she'd be making her UFC appearance probably someday. But I guess no, this is not Alex Pereira's sister. Eileen Pereira, that's her name. Okay, yeah, okay. But listen, give me. I'm not gonna waste too much time on this one. Montserrat Rendon is like super mid. I mean, mid with a cape on, super mid. If that, you got to be able to beat her. You got to be able to beat her. Give me Alice Pereira. She got the name. The name alone should carry her to victory. Alessandro Costa versus Alden Correa. I don't even remember watching this guy fight. Who did he fight? Give me Alessandro Costa. He's a little motherfucker. You see what he did to a little Peruvian dude. What is that? The Peruvian Kevin Borjas. Kevin Borjas, listen, he's hit or miss, but that guy's a little demon out there. And this dude Kevin Borjas, I mean, he just decapitated the motherfucker's ankles, gave him those fucking Ichabod Crane ankles, just destroyed his calf, just blap, had motherfucker just kicked the shit out of his leg, had him rolling around with his calves with fucking colostomy bags hanging out of his fucking legs. He kicked the shit out of him so bad. Oh, fucking walking around with fucking leaving duty prints all over the canvas. Like Justine Kish, he kicked the shit out of Kevin Borjas' legs. Listen, this is a little power striker. Had a good run with Steve Erceg, Jimmy Flick, whatever. Amir Albazi, listen, that's probably the last win that Amir Albazi got. But listen, I think Alessandro Costa, he's a nice little power striker, little typical Brazilian Muay Thai guy, with the rounded shoulders and the big wide punches and stuff like that. Give me Alessandro Costa. He's got the power. I don't know a whole lot about Correa. I know I watched some of his fights, but I don't remember him. So a week later, so he must not have left an impression on me. Zachary Reese for Cedricus Dumas. This is the I don't know fucking pick right here. Who the fuck knows about this one? I mean, these guys are two guys that have alternate. Have like a Coachella hologram versions of themselves show up in their steed sometimes into the octagon. Zach Reese can come out there, look like a goddamn world beater in one fight. Then you bet on him. He looks like a complete scrub, getting duffed out in a minute. Who duffed him out in a minute? Oh, 3 minutes. Azmat Bekov. Listen, that guy's kind of a sleeper, though. That guy's been catching a couple people off sleep. And Jose Medina's not a great win. He's fighting next weekend or 2 weekends from now. Julian Marquez, that dude really fell off. Cody Brundage, he lost to Cody. See, these are the kind of losses. You lose to Cody Brundage. That's kind of... Oh, that's the one he got slammed when he was holding on to the triangle choke. You can't do that. Dusko Todorovic, listen, Zachary Reese is one of those one-round fighters. If he can't get you out of the one round, rushing you on the feet, getting you to the ground, he has some subs. Yeah. After that, it's going to be an ugly kickboxing match, and that's what this could turn into. Cedricus Dumas, another super mid. I mean, I don't even know what this guy's really good at. I think he's a ground game guy. I've seen all his fights. I think he wants to get the fight to the ground, but struggles to get the fight to the ground. His stand up isn't really all that good. If I had to go stand up, who's got a better stand up? Guess Zachary Reese. At least he had more dangerous stand up than Dumas. He looks like he's out there, sparring. That's what his stand up looks like. It looks like he's out there, just shadow boxing, warming up, shaking out before the workout. Zachary Reese is gonna come out shot out of a cannon, fly through that bitch and try to run through you in the opening seconds. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Give me Zachary Reese. He's a little bit more dangerous. Dumas is just when you have grapplers. I mean, if Dumas can't get this fight to the ground, it's going to turn into a tepid kickboxing match. Cedricus Dumas, let's see, what is he a live dog here? Let's see. They got Costa as a big favorite, minus 430, plus 320 for this debuting guy, Adin Correa. But listen, Costa hasn't fought in a while. It's been quite at least a year or so. Zachary Reese, okay, they got Zach Reese at minus 230. Cedricus Dumas. I mean, listen, if he can get the fight to the ground, if he can survive the first round, if he gets out of the first round with Zach Reese, and then he finds a way to get the fight to the mat, second and third rounds, definitely possible. Now we're getting into some toss-up fights over here, man. What do we got? Jesus Aguilar, little undercover heathen right here, and Luis Gurul. Listen, I like this guy coming off of the Contender Series. He was kind of nifty, little short dude, little pit bull looking dude. Came in there, was fucking hitting switches and just slipping and looked like a little Jared Gordon. If Jared Gordon had could switch stances and had a little more head movement and stuff. That's this Luis Gurul. He's got real good footwork, real crispy hands, those contraband hands, those catch you in the hallway, in the commissary line, in the lunch line. He's got those kind of little hands. Luis Gurul. I had big hopes for him. I thought he was going to be. I remember I put him in a parlay. I'm pretty sure I put him in a parlay. Either that or I bet him straight up against Ode Osbourne, and he fucked me. He fucked me. He got his ass. He got whooped. Listen, Ode Osbourne is a lot to handle, especially in the first round. You saw him almost KO Steve Ercek a couple weeks ago. He's long and he's fast. That's a deadly combination, like Tupac and Big L. That's a deadly ass combination. Speed and length, you're getting fucked up. You're gonna get fucked up. So I mean, you can maybe give him a pass for that one. Listen, I like this Luis. I like this Jesus Aguilar. This guy's a little dog. You gotta put the service vest on this motherfucker when you go out with him in public. You gotta bring little duty bags in case he's dropping, in the middle of the fucking target aisle, and so you gotta fucking clean it up. He lost his last fight to Rafael Estevan. Listen, but he was coming back. If I remember correctly, he was coming back in that third round because Rafael Estevan, this motherfucker's got a gas tank like that little red one you carry on the side of the road when you run out and fucking AAA ain't answering the phone. That's this motherfucker's gas tank. He's got a weed whacker gas tank. He got a Tesla gas tank on this motherfucker. After 2 rounds, he's done. He just rolls over, grabs a fucking cig, and waits for it to be fucking over. This dude, Rafael Estevan, and Aguilar started coming back. But listen, that Estevan, for the first 2 rounds, his takedowns are just nasty, and his top control is just like a fucking weighted blanket. It was like 50-pound weights in that bitch, and he's it looks like your parents tucked you in too tight when you fight this guy. But he came out and he whooped Stuart Nichols' ass. That guy was like a big favorite in that fight. He highly touted. I think he's from like Australia, New Zealand, one of those two. Mateus Madonka, decent, pretty solid win. That guy's pretty, got decent striking, decent ground game. Shannon Ross is whatever. Tatsua Taira, listen, you've been in there. That's the rub right there. That dude is that. He's like the Max Holloway of grappling. That's what I call him. I call him the Max Holloway. He's a high output grappler. I mean, this dude makes the ground game exciting again. He's creating nothing but firefights on the mat. So that's a good loss. Actually, both of his losses against guys who can hold him down. Luis Gurul's not gonna do that. Listen, I lost a little faith in Gurul. He's gonna have to earn it back. Give me Jesus Aguilar. He showed some fucking dog in him. They're both little dogs. This is a good fight. This is a good fight right here. This is a nice, clever little matchup. I like this shit right here. Tatiana Suarez versus Amanda Lemos. Listen, I've gone back and forth on this. Listen, Tatiana let everybody the fuck down. I mean, she's on the. She ain't even leading the main card. Look how far down she is on the prelims after a title fight. She did absolutely nothing in that fight. She couldn't get the first takedown. It was over. And I had Weili Zhang, and at the last minute, I was like, damn it. I picked Tatiana Suarez for some fucking reason. And after that first takedown got stuffed, it was over. I mean, that was it. I threw my shit. I think I even bet on her. I threw my shit in the fucking ground, and I was like, And I know y'all think that's what you get for betting on women's MMA. Listen, I fucks with it. I fucks with women's MMA. I know we got some haters for the women. This is a good fight, though. Listen, Amanda Lemos, you don't know what the fuck you're gonna get from her. She came out and beat Yasmin Lucindo, who was, a little world beater on the ground. Got some decent stand up too. And Lucindo, and she took Lucindo down and maintained that top control. She's not dangerous from the top. Her grappling is far from dangerous. She's dangerous on the feet. She's got those the what's that dude's name? Wild thing in Major League. She's just got some fucking Charlie Sheen overhand rights, like she brought her in for the fucking bullpen. I mean, she's got big power in her right hand. She doesn't let her hands go enough. If she can stuff a takedown or two, she's gonna get taken down in the first round likely. If she can not get submitted in the first round and she can stuff a takedown, the first takedown in the second round, she dots Tatiana Suarez. She boxes her face off on some Castro Choi shit. You know what I'm talking about? Tatiana Suarez, no striking, none, zero, no striking. She got that Groupon beginners class striking shit. That I love kickboxing, cardio kickboxing. Amanda Lemos, at least she throws for the fucking fences. I'm going dog on this one, motherfucker. I'm going dog. Listen, I went back and forth. I've watched everybody pick Tatiana Suarez. I've seen them pick it. Chances are they're right. Listen, I'm taking a shot here. Chances are they're right. She's going to get Lemos down. If she doesn't submit her, she's going to ride her out. She's going to ride her out for the better part of 15 minutes and get the dub. But I'm going to go plus 360. God damn, you should. Did they watch her last fight, Tatiana? Yeah, but I guess I get. Look. Let's see what Lemos's takedown defense probably. It can't be good. Where we at, Lemos? Where we at? Let's see Lemos takedown defense. 59%. There it is. That's the 59%. That's where you're getting this from. That's where this plus 360 is coming from, is a takedown defense. I'm second guessing my pick, but I'm gonna roll with it anyways. Chances are I'm gonna be behind on this one, but I'm gonna take a chance. I think there's some dog in her. If she can stuff a takedown or two, man, it's over for Tatiana Suarez. And those are the worst fights to pick when you got a wrestler who they got no other options, and if they get stuffed, it's over. For them. That's where we're at. And then you got a striker, the classic grappler versus striker. Can the striker, we saw DDP couldn't stop a single fucking takedown. If he had to stop a takedown to save his life, there's going to be fucking murals with his faces on the side of a Banksy mural on the side of an abandoned Big Lots the next fucking day if he had to stop a takedown to save his life. Amanda Lemos is just like that. If she can just get one, those strikers, if she can just stuff one or two, it's over. She'll be able to keep it up on the feet for the rest of the fight. Give me Amanda Lemos. This is a tough one. Claudio Puelles versus Joaquim Silva. These are just two guys who don't fight enough. Puelles is all grappler. Striking ain't all there. Joaquim Silva, this guy's, a mixed bag. He's got some good... Listen, this is the guy that almost knocked out Sarukian. This is the guy who almost knocked out Arman Sarukian. Remember, he had him wobbled in like the second round or something. Hit him with a big left hook or something. And homie was doing the chicken dance. Homie started feeling himself like, he started getting loose and shit, and started looking like Dub CC walking across the cage and shit. But then he got a takedown, and then that was the end. He started dropping some fucking hellbows on him, on old Joaquim Silva, and it was a wrap. He's got some good wins, though. Drakkar Klose is a tough loss. Jesse Ronson, whatever. Ricky Glenn losing. Nasrat's fast as fuck. Beat Jared Gordon, knocked him out. Vince Pichel, especially back in 2018, was an undercover motherfucker. So he's got a mixed bag, man. He's explosive on the feet. He's more of kind of like a gadget guy, spinning back fists, spinning back kicks, flying shit. Puelles, listen, he's the same. If he's in the Tatiana Suarez boat. Because if he can't get the takedowns, if the takedown well dries up on him, it's over. His striking isn't going to carry him to victory. He's got 2 in a row, but these are tough. Ferris Ziem's a little undercover motherfucker. This guy, I don't think he's lost in like 2 years, 3 years maybe. Yeah, 3 years. He's got quite the, and he beat Mike Davis last. Listen, he was supposed to fight, I think, on this card. I think he had to drop one of these fights. Was he supposed to fight Rod Pont? I can't remember who he's supposed to fight. Give me Joaquin Silva. Give me Joaquin Silva. Let's see. What are we looking at here? Where's Joaquin? Did I miss it? Oh, here we go. Puelles. Even. They got him at even money, -120. So you got Puelles as a slight as a slight favorite. I'll go with the even money dog. Give me Joaquin Silva. Give me a decision. I think that he's gonna get taken down early if he can survive. He's never been submitted. That's good news. Been KO'd 3 times though. I don't think Puelles is gonna knock him out there. Jose Medina versus Dusko Todorovic. Listen, I don't know what to make of all Dusko here. I mean, he's hit or miss like a motherfucker. I mean, he looks janky on his feet. I mean, this guy looks unstable like IKEA furniture when he's on his feet. I mean, he's got kind of good striking, but he's more of a ground guy. But this guy's been knocked the fuck out. He's been knocked out a lot. Blew his knee out in one fight, and then was gone for a couple years until he came back. Jose the Funky Cole Medina. This guy, listen, this guy will at least fight. I know he's been knocked out. He's lost 3 in a row. So listen, that Magomed Gadzhulov, the Dana White Contender Series fight, he was in that fight. Homie kept pressing. He was like a massive dog, and at least he made it to the final bell on that. He showed some heart on that. Went the distance with Zach Reese. This Ateba Gautier guy is just a motherfucker. I mean, they threw this guy. Basically, Medina was that goat in the T-Rex feeding scene in Jurassic Park. That's all. He was a sacrificial goat to the T-Rex when they put him against Ateba. Give me Medina. He's got to be the dog. I can't remember if he's got to be the dog. Where are we at? What the oh, here we go. Plus 305 dog. I'm going a lot of dogs, man. That makes me nervous, man. This could be an ugly pick'em. Give me the dog. Give me Jose Medina. Give me late TKO. Give me late. He's gonna have to survive on the mat. If he gets taken down right away, it's over. It's over. Dusko's kind of nifty on the mat. He just struggles sometimes to get it there, or he gets beat the fuck up before he can get it there. Alexander Hernandez versus Diego Ferreira. Listen. People are sleeping on Diego. People are sleeping on Diego. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This guy knocks people the fuck out. Don't forget what he did to MJ. Disrespectful KO over Michael Johnson. Left his fucking toes curled like he was having a good nightcap, if you know what I mean. Left his toes curled like a down ass Betty, if you know what I mean, on the fucking mat. That big ass clubbing overhand right. He was supposed to fight King Green, who's now Prince Green, after Hoofy took his crown. He's not King Green anymore, which, by the way, King Green's my favorite fighter right now. My favorite current fighter is King Green. I love me some fucking Bobby Green. I was scared that he was fighting Diego Pereira. That was a couple weeks ago, and he had to drop the fight. I think it was on one of the pay-per-views. Undercard of one of the pay-per-views. So Diego gets Hernandez, who just knocked Chase Hooper the fuck out. I mean, knocked the fucking perm out of his head. He had fucking gold coins flying out motherfucking Chase Hooper's ass. He had pocket protectors and Birkenstock sandals and fucking book reports and dioramas and shit flying out of that little dweeb's ass. It's what I get. You fucking Chase Hooper. I mean, he fucked everything up that night. I for sure thought he was gonna win that fight. Listening to Joe Rogan talking about gas him up, his striking looking better. I bought into it. Misinformation. Motherfucker got smoked. Man. It was a good win for Hernandez. Hernandez, what this guy won? Like 3 in a row? 4 in a row? I mean, he's quietly been stringing some dubs together. Listen, Alexander the Great. I call him Alexander the OK Hernandez. You just never know what... You expect the world from this guy, and he gives you Blythe, California. When you expect Blythe, California from him, like against Chase Hooper, he rolls up like the old Gold's Gym fucking logo with the whole entire world on his fucking back. Fucking parlay fucking Jack the Ripper over here. Fucking serial killer. Parlay serial killer, this guy. 3 in a row. You know, suspect, you know, UFC dubs. We're not gonna, we never shit on, we never make, you know, never apologize for dubs around here, but still, you know, Jim Miller was a good win. That was a close fight. Billy Quarantillo, he's lost to some good guys. Bill Alger, Damon Jackson's, you know, mother. That was a good fight. It's just really hit or miss. You know, this guy debuted against Benny Dariush and knocked him the fuck out in like 40 seconds. You just never know what you're going to get from this guy. I mean, the only thing he fights, I hate to say this about fighters, but he fights scared sometimes. He fights unsure. The only thing to fear is Alexander Hernandez himself. Fear is the Alex Hernandez killer. Fear is the mind killer, homie. If this guy just reads the litany, the Benny Gesserit litany of fear before every fight, he'll be all right. But you can see, if you stand up to him, sometimes you can see at the moment where he starts like second guessing himself and he starts to fade a little bit. It's always been mental with this guy. He's like a wrestler striker. For those who don't know, I call wrestler striking. I'm like referring to like Michael Chandler is the best example of it. Big right hand, big left hook on the feet, and power doubles. You know, wrestlers. The right hand, basically they use the right hand to close distance, and heavily relying on right hands, but very limited, but still very dangerous. Usually very powerful. They usually have a very good rear hand because they're used to shooting. So they can throw that right hand like the way they shoot. I think of Hernandez's style more like that on the feet without the wrestling. He's kind of like that without the wrestling, real dependent on, you know, basic strikes, but that's not a knock. You don't need a huge repertoire if you do the fundamentals well. Listen, he's definitely... Listen, Diego Ferreira, if he gets this fight to the ground, if he remembers that he can get fights to the ground, this guy's got some of the craziest back takes you'll ever see. He's got some creative back takes. He gets this fight, he gets your back, it's over. He's got the ground game. He fades, though. They both kind of fade, but Diego Ferreira fades a little more. I mean, especially, but he only loses to better grapplers. He loses to guys who he can't submit. His takedown defense is terrible, so he ends up on his back. Look at this. Wrestler, Grant Dawson, lost. Mateus Gammer, wrestler, lost. Gregor Gillespie, wrestler, lost. Beneil Dariush, a more talented grappler, lost. Those are all his losses. But he's knocking people out. Mateus Rebecki, he beat the shit out of him on the feet. I had Rebecki in that fight. Michael Johnson goes and sleeps him. I mean, give me Diego Ferreira. I know he's a dog. Oh, no. Oh, he's the favorite now. He was the... damn it, I missed my opportunity. I'm pretty sure this guy was plus money early in the week. And now he's the favorite. Okay, that's interesting. Give me Diego Ferreira. I think he's going to have to win a decision. I know that's tough, but I think he's going to have to do that. He's going to have to win the first 2 rounds or something. The third round could be real sketchy for him. Give me Diego Ferreira. I thought I was picking a dog again here. Rafa Garcia versus Kelvin Gastelum versus Dustin Stoltzfus. Sorry, my man. Listen, this is like Dan Henderson without the H-bomb. You know, without the championship ceiling. You know, so not really like Dan Henderson at all. He reminds me of Dan Henderson in looks strictly. Style, skill-wise, ain't close to him. I'm just saying he kind of looks like him. Kind of reminds me of catching whiffs of Dan Henderson when I see this guy. Look at this profile picture, man. Listen, you never know with this guy. Knocked out Marc-Andre Barrios. Pretty sure he fucked up my parlay. Pretty sure he fucked up. I know this guy. This guy's another parlay killer because you never know what this guy's gonna look like. If he gets you to the mat, he's a motherfucker. You know who this guy reminds me? He reminds me of the wrestling coach on South Park. When they get into the starting position, he starts like looking like he's in charge, and old Cartman's like, "Wow, this is gay." What do you know what I mean? He reminds me of that. Not that he's gay or anything like that. I'm just saying He just looks like that guy. He looks like an old school singlet wrestler. He looks like if he was a high school wrestling coach, he'd show up every single day with that little suspender strap, fucking unitard leotard. That's not a derogatory term. It's a leotard, not retard or anything like that. And the little Asic matte flex shoes with a little Princess Leia little ear cups over his ear. He looks like exactly like that shit. Got a big right hand on the feet, but that's about it. He could create a firefight, and he's either gonna get knocked out or whatever. He's either gonna get Kelvin Gastelum to the mat, who has suspect takedown defense, or he's gonna get boxed up. Listen, Kelvin Gastelum, I think he's on his last leg. I've been real critical. If you read the blog for this week, you see I'll be a little critical on this guy. I think he's the one that got away. I think this guy had all the talent to be a two division champion, welterweight and middleweight. He had the best title fight in middleweight history. This is a walking Hall of Famer. This is a guy who's in the Hall. Imagine Patrick Mahomes was already in the Hall of Fame wearing his gold jacket in the fucking locker room and the post-fight conferences. That's this guy. This guy's rolling in there with the fucking gold jacket, rolling into the octagon. He's already in the Hall of Fame and he's still active for his fight with Izzy, which is the best middleweight title fight in history. But that was like the peak. He's 3-6 since that fight. Left a little piece of himself in there. But I've always thought that, his laziness, that's what it is. His laziness, it ain't hate, it's just truth. I think his laziness, he was a true 170 if he just had the discipline. You rack discipline. If he had the discipline, he could have been a champ. How many times this guy's missed weight? Had some big fights, down at 170, and then came up to, he still had a great career, and he's still young. He's still 33. But I haven't seen it. I didn't like this last fight against Joe Pyfer. He's starting to lose his hand speed. This guy had deceptively quick hands, and that's how he got away with winning fights. The Daniel Rodriguez fight was super close. No shame in losing to Sean Brady. Chris Curtis fight was super close. I actually do think he won that fight, though. I just don't know how much left in at any moment he can turn into Kelvin Tellum. No gas left in the tank. It didn't look like he had much gas left in the tank against Joe Pyfer, but I think his stand-up good. This is a big drop in competition for him. I'm looking at all the guys he's been fighting over the years. Just killers. Whitaker, Cannonier, Chris Curtis is a motherfucker. Sean Brady could be a future champ. Pyfer, still out. Daniel Rodriguez, we just saw what he did. What is it, Kevin Holland? Is that who he just knocked out? Fucking Hermansson's a motherfucker. Till, Izzy, Jacare. He's just fought nothing but now he's fighting Dustin Stoltzfus. Give me Kelvin. He's got to win this fight. If he can't win this fight, it's time to throw on the David Carradine fishnets and hang him up, motherfucker. Kelvin Gastelum decision. I know he's got to be the favorite. Minus 250. There you go. Rafa Garcia, Jared Gordon. These guys are like mirror images of each other. You guys ever play a Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, and you're using the same character as your homie? You're both Scorpion, or you're both Ken, or both Ryu. That's this fight. Rafa Garcia is like if you left Jared Gordon in the oven for a little too long. A little darker version of Jared Gordon. These guys have almost identical styles. Little dynamos on the feet with short hooks. Little King Koopa hatchets for fucking strikes. Just throwing these little King Koopa hatchets. Jared Gordon with these little hooks. He's all hooks like T-Pain. Rafa Garcia is a little dog. He depends a lot on getting fights to the mat, though. And that's where I think Jared Gordon's an underrated grappler. I remember I picked him to beat Grant Dawson. I thought he was going to be able to get back to his feet and really make it a dogfight. And remember, this guy was one foot stomp in the third round away from beating Paddy Pimblett. All this guy had to do, and I know all the people are still bitter about this fight, it's only on Jared Gordon. It's Jared Gordon's fault that he lost that fight. It was 1-1, and all he had to do when he was holding Pimblett up there was just stomp on his fucking foot one time. At least Pimblett threw one or two knees. That was more than Jared Gordon did. And he lost. If he had just thrown a couple foot, one of those Conor McGregor shoulder strikes, he would have won that fight. What a dud that would have been. The Bobby Green headbutt, that was wild. Green fucking followed up on him. It was just That was the last fight. Bobby. No, I think Bobby won after that. Maybe Grant Dawson fight was after that. Marco Madsen, that's a big win. That guy's an Olympic silver medalist, I believe. Greco-Roman, kept the fight standing and just beat him. Nasrat, no shame in that loss. Nasrat's fast, boy. Little mini Gastelum, Gastelum Jr., Gastelum Light. And Thiago Moy says he knocked him out in his last fight with that little hook. I mean, listen. I'm going Jared Gordon. I like Rafa Garcia and Rafa Palestine. I love the name, but little Rafa, I think he's a nifty little fighter. He's a tough fighter, tough out like Tony Gwynn with 2 strikes. He could win this if he can keep Jared Gordon on the ground. I think Gordon's just too good on the ground. He's good on the ground. Give me Jared Gordon. Give me decision. That's a good, tough little fight. Rob Font for David Martinez. Listen, I forget who Font was supposed to originally face. And then David Martinez, I believe, had another opponent on this card who dropped out, and that's how we get this fight. David Martinez, don't know much about him. I saw his debut. Saw him. I think he was on the Contender Series. Was he not? Yeah. This guy, man, he came out and was like looking extraordinary. Not extraordinary, extraordinary. Extraordinary. This guy came out in the Simon Oliveira fight, and then he just flipped the fucking switch. He started doing all sorts of like karate shit and side kicks and spinning wheel kicks and shit, and just like went wild. This guy's got like a karate style and a boxing style, but not like combined. You know what I mean? He just like he switches off between them. There's no like a blending of the techniques. He's either kickboxing, he's either Daniel-san, or he's Canelo in that bitch. This is a tough fight. Listen, I mean, taking this is a huge step up in competition for David Martinez. If you're comparing their experience, Rob Font is a 99. This guy's probably a 20, a Madden 20. This guy's a Madden 99 when it comes to experience. Rob Font's, listen, I already told you this guy's ground game. His takedown defense is like my neighbor's Christmas lights had better takedown defense than this guy. They're still up. They've been up for like 3 fucking years. Got way better. And it's not even his takedown defense that's the problem. It's the fact he can't get up. He's got more. His get-ups are like stay-downs. He got a little OnStar button that he fucking hits. Sir, what is your emergency? I got taken down. This motherfucker's, iPhone starts sending out EMS alerts, fucking emergency alerts as soon as one ass cheek touches the ground. Because, his old lady starts dating again as soon as one ass cheek touches the ground. It's over. Homies be going up. His homies be going up for the fucking crashing the boards, going up for the fucking rebound as soon as this motherfucker hits the ground. But I don't know if David Martinez can get him to the ground. I mean, if he has wrestling PE wrestling, freshman PE wrestling, because that's all you need, man. That's all you need to be able to take Rob Font down. If he has that, that's the path to victory. I don't know if he does, but I think David Martinez is going to come out here and make this he's going to stand and bang. And Rob Font, he's still got the jab, though. Don't sleep on this guy's jab. He's Castor Troy also. He's Castor Troy. He'll jab your face off. He could jab a face for hours, this motherfucker. He's got the jab. He's got the multifaceted. He's got the Swiss Army knife jab. You can throw it for power. You can throw it for counters. You can throw it to find range. He can throw it in combinations. He's just got so many ways that he can use it. He can set it off like Queen Latifah set off some nasty combinations with it, and he can just maintain on the outside and just dance around and just beat you up. Like George St. Pierre did Koscheck that the second time they fought. Remember, he won that fight. GSP won that fight with a jab. Koscheck's face was just mutilated after. I mean, he broke his eye socket just from jabs the whole fucking fight. 5 rounds of jabs. That's Rob Font. He can win fights with just his jab. He's got to get on it. What's crazy about him is in every fight he turns into a Dancing with the Stars competition. He's on a pair of Heelys skating the mall at some point in the fucking fight. You know what I mean? He's wobbly. He's doing his thing. He's looking like Tio at the function, all faded up off of some tequila and shit. That's what Rob Font. At some point, he's gonna get touched and he's gonna look like he's about to fall, but he never goes down. This motherfucker. Look at him. 0 KOs, TKO losses. Only been. Oh, that's wrong, motherfucker. 0. Only been submitted once. 8 losses, 7 of them decisions. Never been finished on his feet. And you can think about the Aldo fight. how he was beat the fuck up in that fight. That Kyler Phillips fight, that really changed my. I was huge on Kyler Phillips until Rob Font, exposed him really. And Phillips hasn't won since. John Matsumoto, I thought he won that fight, and I picked him to win that fight, and I thought it was a super close fight, but I thought he legitimately won that fight. Figueiredo got taken down and got held on his back the whole time. Corey Sandhagen got held on his back the whole time. Beat the tilde off of Yanez. Look, there's none of that little squiggly line. Rob Font beat the little squiggly line off of Yanez's name. It's not Yanez no more. It's Yanez. Because Rob Font beat the little tilde off of his fucking name. It's not there anymore. Look. I think I'm playing. Yanez. He said it himself. Yanez said that. That's how he says his name, how he spells his name. It ain't there no more because Rob Font knocked it the fuck off. Give me Rob Font. Give me a decision. I think Martinez is a nasty motherfucker and he can make a decision. Live dog if you're looking for some dogs to bet on. Diego Lopez versus John Silva, the fucking super geek, the fighting nerd. This dude stays geeked up like motherfucking Conor McGregor in public. This dude, listen, the fighting nerds have had a little rough patch. They technically lost 3 of their last 4 fights. People forget that Prates lost to Gary, but he came back and beat the shit out of, right? I mean, he ran over Jeff Neal. Prates ran over Jeff Neal like fucking Suge Knight. Like Suge Knight in the parking lot, man. He just fucking, like a speed bump, homie. Just went right over him. It's crazy. John Silva. He's a tough dude. Diego Lopez, I say this guy is the he reminds me of the South Park goth emo kid. Are they emos? I don't want to call him goth and goth and get him, all pissed off. The little kid with the little flap of hair pain, nothing but pain in darkness. That kid, he flips his hair. That's this guy. He's got the emo hair in the front, and he's got the eastbound and down Kenny Powers in the back. I mean, this dude's rocking it. I mean, this dude's haircut alone is worth some shit. Listen, Diego Lopez. I've been saying, if you go back and read all my write-ups of this guy over the years, I've always said, pump the brakes. His striking ain't all that. He's a firefighter in the pocket. He's defensively illiterate. Like Floyd Mayweather trying to read War and Peace. He's defensive illiterate like that. He's got no defense. He's just all in the pocket, straight, squared up shoulders. It's hittable as fuck. No head movement, just throwing hooks. That's his striking. And I said, eventually, a better striker, he's gonna get got. And we saw him get out. Against Volkanovski, he came out and he got a little. He got out technicaled. That's not a word, but. Volkanovski came out and he was just more technical. He was a little too fast. He has the more traditional, the jabs and the more traditional kickboxing. Using the leg kicks, using the inside low kick to come back over the top with the right hands. He's just more creative striker, but in that 4th round. And that 5th round, Diego Lopez hurt Volkanovski and started coming on strong. I think a lot of people forget how close that fight ended up, because I think, if I remember correctly, I didn't go back and watch it. Volkanovski got out to an early lead, 2 or 3 round lead, and Diego was kind of chipping away, and Volkanovski kind of faded a little bit at the end. And I thought, I learned a lot about Diego Lopez, man. He just kept fighting. I thought he had cardio issues in 3 rounds against Ige, because he got his ass kicked in the 3rd round against Ige. Don't forget that. Diego Lopez got smoked in that 3rd round against Ige. Ige walked in off the fucking street to fight that guy. He was literally just walking by on his way to get a fucking burrito, and they're like, hey, you want to fight Diego Lopez? He's like, when? Like, right now. All right. And he went in the fucking arena and fought this guy and was beating his ass at the end of the 3rd round. And it was all because Diego Lopez gassed out. Now, he went apeshit in that 1st round, which he tends to do, which had a lot to do with it. But I thought he was going to fade. He got stronger against Volkanovski. It was the complete opposite in that fight. So, can John Silva go? Can he go 5 rounds? I don't know. I don't know if he can go 5 rounds. Hoofy can't. I know Hoofy can't. And listen, I know their collective outcomes has nothing to do with their individual. They're all individuals. The fact that, Braulio and Hoofy lost last week has nothing to do with what John Silva's going to do this weekend. I get that. We just don't know anything about him. He's just, you know, he got taken down 3 times against Charles Jourdain. Jourdain took him down 3 times. He wasn't able to hold him down. But you got to think that a guy like Diego Lopes, if he makes this an MMA fight, if he commits to his grappling and hides it behind his striking and sets it up and creates, you know, he's got to create that little firefight. And then when he gets John Silva a little out of pocket, he can take him down. Even if he can't get him down, he's got to, you know, keep re-entry. This dude's you know, this dude's a motherfucker on the feet, but he's more of a one-punch striker. He's not a big combo striker. He likes the big. John Silva likes the big counters. He likes the showy counters, the slip and rips. Diego Lopez's forward pressure is gonna fall right into his hands if he's not careful. If you could teach Diego Lopez a jab, now would be the time. I'm going dog on this one, motherfuckers. I'm going dog. I think I just don't know about John Silva yet. Look at these wins. Dober, got a lot of respect for Dober, but some of these guys, this dude just fought for the title. You know, this is you know, could be a title eliminator of sorts. Maybe you get John Silva versus Lerone Murphy, who just fought. You know, if they're, you know, I don't know. Maybe Lerone Murphy just gets the shot. I don't know. Unless John Silva goes out and sleeps Diego Lopez, which could very well happen. But I'm gonna roll. Listen, I say this is the HNIC right here, John Silva. He's the head nerd in charge. I mean, this guy is like a fucking fight genius, a fighting genius, a fighting Einstein. This guy's range is like he's figured it out like the theory of relativity or some shit. This guy's on some new. He's just on some other shit when it comes to seeing your range and adjusting for range and hitting you at the apex of his strike and staying just outside of yours. Boom, bam, and he's nasty. He's nasty. He stays geeked up on that fight game. Geeked up like Bobby and Whitney. That's how geeked up this motherfucker be. Geeked up like Tony Montana at the end in the fucking mansion. Say hello to your real friend, kind of geeked up. That's how geeked up this motherfucker stays in this fight game. He's a bad motherfucker. I know he is, but I just don't know. Does he have the dog in him? Can Diego Lopez bring that dog out of him? Can he go 5 rounds? I like the dog. I'm going to go dog on this one. Plus 210? Plus 210? Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Minus 250 for John Silva. This thing is, listen, you can go out and knock Diego Silva out, you know, quick as shit, and it will justify that. But I think this fight is a little closer than that. I think you're maybe a minus 150 favorite type of thing. But give me Diego Lopez. I think the late submission is in play here. What did I pick for? I know I picked Silva. I know I picked Lopez. What did I put? Rear naked choke round 4. This is the write-up. Go check out the write-up. Shittingatwork.wordpress.com. You see this shit? Shittingatwork.wordpress.com. That's your boy right here. That's my little pup right there. Moody. Big ass dog now. I remember when I first got her, she was on the podcast. She was on the original version of the Whiskey Sick podcast. We had her on there. I think the episode the day I got her, we did a podcast with her. There she is. That's what she used to look like. But go check this shit out. We write about, oh yeah, we started, that's Nick Tarnasty right there. That's Nick Tarnasty with the bang, 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 throwing this motherfucker like Southwest baggage. Look at this motherfucker. This is the fucking greatest thing. Go read this shit. This shit'll make you motherfuckers. Listen, it's okay to read, guys. It really is. Go check this out. Shittingatwork.wordpress.com. Give me the dog. Give me Diego Lopez to win this fight. Dope ass main event. Then we got, what do we got coming up after that? Olberg versus Reyes. That's who it is. That's a banger too. Then you got Ankalaev versus Pereira too. Oliveira versus Fizzy. DeRitter versus Fluffy. Listen, man. This is gonna be. We got some good fights. I think what I'll do right now is should I start another stream? Should I cut this one off? I'll cut this one off and just make it fights, and then we'll get into all the Charlie Kirk shit. Or should I just go right into Charlie Kirk shit? Maybe I'll go right. Let me get some fucking water. Yeah, let me do that. Let me make this its own thing, and then we'll pull up all the shit, and we'll go deep, homies. We'll go deep, and that way, if you guys don't like to get in the mix with the politics and all that kind of shit, Don't worry about I don't roll with any parties, homies. I ain't blue and I ain't fucking red. I don't belong to either cult. Any of the pedo cult parties or anything like that. I ain't fucking rocking with any of them. I've never voted in my life for this fucking any of these motherfuckers, and I never will, because I know it's all bullshit. So we're gonna should we break it down? We're gonna break it down. So listen, if you ever want to get into the takes, don't worry, don't be afraid of, oh, is he a Trumper? Oh, is he blue MAGA? Is he all this shit? I ain't on any of that shit. I shit on them all. I'm an equal opportunist, shit thrower, shit slinger, shit talking ass motherfucker. Fuck them all. Fuck them both. Free Gaza, free Palestine, fuck Israel. I'll see y'all in a little while. I'll do another one and we can do it all like that. But happy fight night, homies. Get your picks in. Don't be talking shit about my picks if you don't get your own picks in. Don't be talking shit. Oh, I got this one right. No, the fuck. You don't put it on wax. You didn't do it. Anyways, Whiskey Sick Podcast, Fight Night, UFC Noche in the books. Go check this shit out. Until next week. Peace.